No, I am telling you the 5 best smartphone. Number 1, Google Pixel 6 Pro. The display size of this smartphone is 6.1 inch. The operating system of this smartphone is Android 12. The chipset of this smartphone is Google Tensor 5nm. The CPU of this smartphone is octa-core. The GPU Mali G78 MP20. Card slot is not available in this smartphone, but the internal memory are available of this smartphone 128GB, 250GB and 512GB. The RAM of also available of this smartphone 12GB. The main camera of this smartphone 50 megapixel, 48 megapixel and 12 megapixel. The selfie camera of this smartphone 11.5 megapixel. The charging port of this smartphone USB Type-C 3.1. The battery of this smartphone 5003 non-removable battery. There are a different prices are available of this smartphone. The line date of this smartphone was announced on 19 October 2021. The second smartphone on Huawei Nova 8SE 4G. The display size of this smartphone is 6.5 inch. Operating system Harmony OS 2.0. Chipset Kirin 710A14nm. The CPU of this smartphone octa-core and the GPU of this smartphone Mali G51 MP4. Card slot is not available in this smartphone. The internal memory of this smartphone 128GB and the RAM of also available of this smartphone 8GB. The main camera of this smartphone is 64 megapixel, 8 megapixel, 2 megapixel and 2 megapixel. The selfie camera of this smartphone is 16 megapixel. The charging port of this smartphone is USB Type-C 2.0. The battery of this smartphone is 38 megapixel non-removable battery. There are a different prices are available of this smartphone. Number 3, OnePlus 9RT 5G. The display size of this smartphone is 6.62 inch. Operating system of this smartphone Android 11. The chipset of this smartphone SM8315 Snapdragon 888 5G 5nm. The CPU of this smartphone octa-core and the GPU of this smartphone Adreno 660. Card slot is not available in this smartphone. The internal storage capacity of this smartphone 128GB and 256GB. The RAM of also available of this smartphone 8GB and 12GB. The main camera of this smartphone 50 megapixel, 16 megapixel and 2 megapixel. The selfie camera of this smartphone 16 megapixel. The charging port of this smartphone USB Type-C 2.0. The battery of this smartphone 4500 non-removable battery. There are a different prices are available of this smartphone. The line date of this smartphone was announced 13 October 2021. Number 4, Samsung Galaxy A13 5G. This smartphone, the display size of this smartphone is 6.5 inch. Operating system of this smartphone Android 11. The chipset of this smartphone MediaTek MT6833 Dimensity 705G 7nm. The CPU of this smartphone octa-core and the GPU of this smartphone Mali G57 MC2. Card slot micro SD dedicated slot. The storage capacity of this smartphone is 64GB. The RAM of also available of this smartphone 4GB. The main camera of this smartphone 50 megapixel, 2 megapixel and 2 megapixel. The selfie camera of this smartphone 5 megapixel. The charging port of this smartphone USB Type-C 2.0. The battery of this smartphone 5000 non-removable battery. There are a different prices are available of this smartphone. The line date of this smartphone was announced 2 December 2021. Number 5, OnePlus 10 Pro. The display size of this smartphone is 6.7 inch. Operating system of this smartphone Android 12.1. The chipset of this smartphone is Qualcomm SM8415 Snapdragon 8th Generation 14nm. The CPU of this smartphone octa-core and the GPU of this smartphone 730. Card slot is not available in this smartphone. The internal memory are available of this smartphone are different type 128GB, 250GB and the RAM of also available of this smartphone 8GB and 12GB. The main camera of this smartphone 48 megapixel, 8 megapixel and 50 megapixel. The selfie camera of this smartphone 32 megapixel. The charging port of this smartphone USB Type-C 3.1. The battery of this smartphone 5000 non-removable battery. There are different prices are available of this smartphone. The line data of this smartphone was announced 11 January 2022. Thanks for watching a video. Don't forget to subscribe our channel, like and share the video. If watching more video about smartphone and tablets, so please check the description. Or any question about smartphone and tablets, so please leave a comment and I will try to reply.